As an entrepreneur and a small business owner, you know as well as I do, time is money. So today we're talking about time management. Did you know that mastery of time management skills boosts both productivity and reduces stress at the same time? I'm Coach Molle from the Visibility Hacking Movement, and I help small business owners boost their visibility online without wanting to pull their hair out. And part of doing that is mastering time management skills. So this video is all about making sure that you have that schedule that's going to help you achieve everything you need to in your business and so much more. I'm going to show you my 5-minute a week task that has effortlessly boosted my productivity. We'll talk about how you can rearrange your schedule so that you can actually get stuff done. And of course, we're going to bust the myth of multitasking. So for this and more, stay tuned. First things first, the thing that I did that effortlessly boosted my own productivity was by setting weekly goals. Okay, it's a little bit bigger than 5 minutes a week. So what I do is I devote a couple hours once a year to laying out what my yearly goals are, breaking those up into monthly goals, breaking them up into, yearly goals, quarterly goals, monthly goals, and then breaking that down into the week by week steps that I need to accomplish. That way, I have 52 weeks of this already planned out. When I get to the beginning of my week, I have an hour-long planning session every week at the beginning of the week. This is where I do everything from my meal prep to coming up with my weekly tasks. So I have a goal of what is my big goal that I need to accomplish this week. For example, this week we are working on a client's hub. So we need to make sure that all of the copy and all of the graphics and all of the funnel integrations are all done, laid out, and ready to launch. So that's my main focus for the week. I can then break that down into what needs to be accomplished for each day of the week so that by the end of the week, our project is done, we can hand it over, and our clients are happy, our business is growing. And the best thing about that is we're actually feeling productive. So go set your weekly goals. You don't need to do your yearly planning in order to get things done. Yeah, it's a way to really boost your productivity. But at this stage, what I want you to do is simply set a goal for the week. At the beginning of the week, what is the tangible thing that will be completed at the end of the week for you to say that you've been able to be productive this week? And that's going to change week to week, depending on how you're feeling, depending on the workload in your business, and depending on what's happening in your family life too. So be flexible, but know that when you set weekly goals, you'll be able to really start getting stuff done. And a warning at the beginning when you're first getting into this process is you might take a few weeks to figure out what can you actually accomplish in a week. A lot of us will overestimate what we can get done in a day, but we will drastically underestimate what we can get done in a year. And that holds true to our weekly goals as well. So at first, you're going to have a little bit of an adjustment period. I know for myself, I had about 3 weeks where there was things that were totally left off my to-do list. And then a week where I was able to accomplish everything in a matter of days. Well, I was still figuring out just how much I could actually accomplish. But once you've done this a few weeks, you've done this a little bit, and you stay consistent with it, you'll be amazed at what change you see. So I'm curious, how many of you already set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, any type of time-bound goal? Let me know down in the comments. But also, if you have already set your goal for this week, let me know what it is down below, and then circle back at the end of the week and let me know how well you did accomplishing that goal. Now that we have our main goal for the week, we're going to talk about what we do for our daily tasks so that we actually get stuff done on the day-to-day. The way that I do it is I keep a digital calendar. So you can use Google Calendars or Apple Calendars or Outlook Calendar, whatever you need to put in all of your tasks and appointments and all that kind of stuff. I love color coding things, so I also have a color coding system. If you're interested in that, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to create a video if you're actually interested in my color coding system. So what I do at the beginning of every day is I spend half an hour laying out my tasks for the day. I go into my calendar and I put in time blocks. So instead of putting in a whole bunch of tasks, a whole bunch of to-dos, I actually give each of those tasks an amount of time and then immediately put it into my calendar. So for example, if I'm filming videos for 1 hour, I'm going to put in a time block of 1 hour where I'm just going to film videos. Then the next hour, I have something else scheduled in. This is great for me because A, it lets me see how much I can actually get done in a day. That way, if I think I can film 10 videos in an hour, and I put that on my to-do list, but I end up only being able to film 4 in an hour, then that helps me readjust so I can be as accurate as I can when I'm handing out those tasks to myself. So we time block to make sure that we can measure the use of our time and so we can approximate how much time we need to get things done. So we have our hours, our tasks being completed with time blocking. But the other thing, have you guys ever had burnout when it comes to putting tasks in your schedule or looking at your to-do list that just seems to be endless, and all you want to do is hide? I'm like that. I have a hair trigger when it comes to procrastination. If there is any excuse to not do what I'm supposed to be doing, I will find that excuse. I'm really good at that. So in order to help manage that, I make sure that my time blocks are not too long, are short enough that I can keep getting enough variety in my day so I don't feel like I'm bogged down, but I also don't get any anxiety about tasks that I really don't want to do. So time blocking has helped me be able to manage both of those aspects of running my business, which is great. And I hope it works for you guys too. And I also hope that you click the subscribe button and join us here on the channel because I have new videos for you helping you with your time management, but most importantly, getting visible online. If you want to run your business in the virtual world, here's the place to hang out because I'm going to give you all of the information of how to get your business off the ground, how to get your business booming, how to get new customers in, all of that fun stuff. So subscribe, join us. Love to see you along for the ride. Let's bust some myths. Okay, multitasking. When I was younger, they taught us that multitasking was a great thing to be able to do. Be able to do 2 things at once. It's a superpower. But I'm going to be honest with you, multitasking from a neurology perspective, from like what's actually going on in our brain, is one of the worst things that we could do. We want actual quality work to come out of the times that we're sitting down at our desks or we're accomplishing a task. We want to be completely focused on that task. It takes about 20 seconds for our brains to reconnect back to a new thought. To get back onto a task, and it can take about 20 minutes. So if you're trying to do 2 tasks at once, think about how for 20 minutes after every switch, you're actually not at your peak. You're not working at your best. You're still kind of getting back into things. That's not the best use of your time. So when we think back to time blocking, which we just talked about, we want to make sure that our time blocks are long enough that we account for that 20 minutes of getting back into things. So we want time blocks that are longer than half an hour, just putting it out there. But we also don't want to have our tasks being broken up that way. So time blocking is also a great way to remind us to stick to one task at a time. You don't want to be bouncing back and forth between different things. You don't want to be trying to do your deep research work while you're also trying to bake cookies, because you're going to be throwing your brain off and you're not going to be focused on both of your tasks as optimally as you could be. So stop trying to multitask. The ways that you can multitask a little bit better, for me at least, I don't like to sit in silence. I have trouble doing that, but I also have trouble when I'm sitting in a busy office and people are having conversations around me. Both of those I find really distracting. So what I like to do is put my headphones on and listen to a podcast. That way it keeps my brain focused, or you can also listen to study music or just chill music without lyrics on it. That will also help you stay a little bit more focused if you find that you need more things going on. Just a couple tips. And also, my friends, another great way to stay on topic, to stay on task, and to celebrate those goals is to join us in the visibility hacking group, because what we've started recently is declaring what our goals are for the week and then following up at the end of the week and seeing if we've been able to accomplish that stuff. And it's just a little way for us to celebrate the work that we're getting done in our businesses as visibility hackers. And I'd love to invite you guys over to join us for that as well. So if you want to be more productive and you're looking for a group to keep you accountable for that, and so much more, there is so much that happens in that group that you're going to see, then join us. So visibilityhacking.com, click the link that says become a visibility hacker, and you'll be able to check out all of the wonderful goodness that's absolutely free available to you. So come join us. And in the meantime, check out one of these videos. I'll see you again in our next one. Until then, as per usual, my friends, remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other. And just go live. Go find your people. They're out there waiting for it.